You no longer have to be afraid of pattern mixing. I'm going to show you some things today that are going to be able to help you take your outfit from boring to show-stopping and unforgettable without being too much. This is level 1. It's got just about no patterns at all. Now, when I was getting ready to film this, I didn't check whether I actually had a no pattern, totally solid tie. I don't actually have one because I do not wear them. Imagine one here, and imagine how boring and terrible that is. This outfit does a lot of things, at least correctly. It would not look out of place in like an interview or something like this. It has features that help it stand out a little bit because it has some good contrast. We'll talk about contrast in another video. To me, it's just very solid. It's professional. It is safe, I guess. But I think that we could aspire to be a little bit more interesting. If you are a true traditionalist and you are going to be very conservative in the way that you choose to dress and express yourself, that's okay. But if nothing else, at least finish it off with our nice classic white pocket square. Remember, no jacketed outfit is complete. This is fine, but I think we could have a little more fun with it. So I think we'll start by adding 1 or 2 patterns, and then we're going to start mixing them, and I will tell you a little bit more about how that works. Okay. We've started with just the 1 pattern here. There's a bit of contrast here with the pant, even though they're both tan. This is pattern, this is not, that provides the contrast. I've kept the burgundy tie to pull out the bit of red that's in the coat. We've got 1 serious pattern thing on it. This is a good way to step into this. You just start with 1 fun pattern piece at a time. So this guy, houndstooth and a little bit of a window pane check. So I guess technically 2 patterns, we're going to call it 1. And already we've made this outfit way more interesting. When you get more patterns in, you can also have different ways to coordinate colors. Before, I had the contrast of the blue coat with the burgundy tie. Now there's still contrast, but the burgundy and the red in the coat sort of play with each other a little better. But can we do more? I think so. Let me show you. Okay, now with the addition of the subtle red stripe shirt here, we've got our first real case of actual pattern mixing. We've got the close together stripe in the shirt, and then we've got our larger window pane in the coat. And you'll notice that, at least to me, this still works. Now, why is that? What's important to remember when you're doing pattern mixing? Your patterns need to follow a few different rules. Your patterns should be different in size or scale. This larger window pane doesn't fight with the smaller stripe in the shirt, and they also need to be going in sort of different directions. So with any check pattern, it sort of flows out in this sort of horizontal way where the stripes go down. Now we're starting to get into upper level pattern mixing, but there are still a few more things that we could do to this to both coordinate the colors better and make the outfit pop a little bit more. First thing I'm going to do, we've been using this lovely classic white linen pocket square here, and I think it still works fine because of the little bit of white that's in the shirt there. I'm going to toss this one in favor of this one that is from a Klimt painting. I got this online, and so I'm just gonna take this red that's in the lovely lady's hair and I'm gonna put it in there. I really love pocket squares. I will not stop talking about them ever at any opportunity. That adds a whole other lovely pattern to work with. Now you will notice we've got 3 patterns here. They're still not fighting with each other because this one goes downward in a straight line, this one goes more outward horizontal, but this one is, has more curves. But can we take it further? Well, short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. Okay, all right, so we're probably approaching the limit now. We've got this lovely Daniel Cormier signature collection paisley tie, and like I mentioned before, the stripes won't conflict with the curves. The stripes going downward won't conflict with the horizontal movement of the coat, and none of these things conflict with each other. So if you are looking for ways to make your outfit more interesting, you can try pattern mixing. You can even take two types of patterns that are similar and put them together, as long as you know how to do it. If paisleys or floral patterns or sort of more curved patterns aren't your deal, you can achieve a similar pattern mixing effect and still have them not fight each other with straight lines. So I've still got the same subtle stripe shirt here, but instead of the paisley, I've got now this lovely Paul Stewart that has a little bit of a twill texture and these nice, big, thick stripes. The reason that this can still work, of course, is that they are massively different in scale, but also they are going in different directions. Everything still works in a relatively harmonious way. You can even switch things around entirely. Instead of having the patterned coat as is more common, you can instead have the larger pattern in the pant. This one has a lovely Glen check pattern to it, and it's got this little bit of red running through it here. Kept the striped shirt from before, kept the beautiful artwork pocket square, went back to the textured burgundy tie, because texture is another way you can achieve this sort of different contrast and pattern mixing, and it gave us this here, which I also think is a good bit of fun. Don't be afraid. Mix your patterns, experiment with things, try to find out what looks good and feels comfortable for you as you develop your aesthetic. And that way, you don't have to bear the curse of boring outfits ever again.